Greetings, Afterlifers, and welcome to the first impressions look into Cairn from the Game Bakers. This game is releasing in quarter 2026, or quarter one of 2026, and this is a much more advanced version of Peak, if you can't already guess by the backdrop and everything. Yeah, wow. So, first and foremost, this game does have it holds no there's no forgiveness, so to speak. There's no forgiveness here. This game really requires a lot of patience and understanding with the climbing mechanics. So in Peak, you could just climb anywhere, well, almost anywhere anyway, as long as you have good stamina. But here, you kind of need to like understand the movement of the character Aava, the character you're playing as. So here in Peak, you could just get to the objective, no sweat. But here, you have to control her limbs, from her arms to from her arm movement and leg movements. Now you might say, well, isn't that what climbers are supposed to do? And yeah, but some gamers just want to climb. You know, some gamers don't want this extra nonsense. And while it is an intent game mechanic, there is no accessibility option to basically turn it off. That's where the difficulty system comes in. But the difficulty system is not unlocked. It's not unlocked here for the demo, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to kind of really take your time with climbing, which really sucks. But they're trying to go for like a realistic almost like a realistic climbing simulator. And I know that's gonna raise a bunch of red flags for a lot of people because, you know, you heard the discourse over Kingdom Come Deliverance, where it was like, I don't want a realistic RPG, I just want an RPG to have fun. Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance is a fun RPG. However, though, it is also it also requires a bit of patience. It also requires a bit of patience on the player's part. To say the least. Okay, stretch. So, there's no stamina system. You have to basically look at her arms and her legs. If her arms and her legs tense up, she will collapse. Yeah, it's, I guess you could say there is a bit of a oh, come on, come on. Almost there. Oh, God. There we go. There we go. And then just climb up. Rappel down. And then there you go. Demo solved. Have the bot retrieve the pitons. Well, instead of the game automatically says select the best limb to move for you based on the weight supported by each of them and Aava's posture. We recommend to play with automatic selection for smoother and more natural gameplay. However, you can activate manual limb at any time in the gameplay settings. So, okay, so let's look at the so you have highlighted limbs, manual limb selection, holds feedback, and skip quick reaction mini games. And of course, you can have an immersive experience by having HUD always in an immersive way. However, though, I do recommend having HUD on, especially for your first playthrough of the game, and not just whatever, because unfortunately, this game is brutally difficult without your HUD. Alright, so here we go. Let's start an actual climb now that we got the basics out of the way. Do I recommend this game? Absolutely. I recommend this game knowing full well okay, knowing full well just how difficult this game might be, or how tedious it might seem to a lot of gamers out there. Because again, people just want to play Peak, basically, where it's just like, oh, I don't have to worry about this extra shit. But I can guarantee you, there's probably gonna be a mod for Peak where you could play it like Cairn, and I can guarantee you that's probably gonna be the most downloaded mod for the game, because you know, you have this realistic climb. Will the mod take a while for it to be made by this mod maker? Oh, absolutely. But I can guarantee you, that mod is definitely gonna make Peak a whole lot more fun. Have you secured your ascent? Okay. And there's no music either. Well, I should say there's no music, but probably when we get when we get to the actual, like, out of the thing here. Ooh, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. Come on, Aava. Almost there. I will be definitely checking more of this game out when this game gets released. Because this game is really fun. Minus the need system. If you see to the in the top left, it is. I mean, I get it, but I'm like, there's enough to worry about as it is. Do you really want the player to be concerned about? I want to be concerned about the well-being of. The well-being about your main character here. Oh, the needs of your main character, as to say. And there you go. That was fun. And let me guess, this is a save system right here? Yep, I was gonna say that's the save progress. But yeah, Cairn, absolutely recommend it. Absolutely recommend it. This is a tutorial area down there to get your, to learn more of the game. There's a save system here. It is world save, unfortunately. So if you're expecting, to, just pause the game and be like, oh, I want to save it here, then the answer is no, unfortunately. You can't do that. But I suspect that might be a request. Now let's go to the main menu here, and you can quick save. But yeah, so if you start a new one, you have 3 difficulties. You have Explorer, normal difficulty, and then free solo. Dangerous and unforgiving challenge where any death is permanent. Recommend for players who already complete the ascent once. And then you have Explorer here where survival is easy, control time, progress is saved automatically. Some assist. Oh, so save is so there is an auto save system on in this game. So that's really nice of them to add it. And you have features like control time. Progress is saved automatically. Some assist options are enabled by default. Survival is balanced. Compare with your gear, climb with your gear and pitons. Save your progress at Biovic sites. I totally butchered that. And of course, survival is easier on Explorer difficulty. But I know they have a very fun game here. They have a very fun game here. Will there be a multiplayer mod for this? Probably. I don't know. This looks like to be single player through and through. But yeah, the Game Breakers definitely have a game I definitely want to play at some given point. If you enjoy this first impressions look into Cairn by the Game Bakers, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this first impressions look, then check out the other first impressions I have here on the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.